Firstly, a heartiest welcome to all of you on this auspicious occasion of the 52nd Vijay Divas, a day replete with saga of bravery. I stand before you with a profound sense of gratitude and respect for the fallen bravehearts and veterans and Mukti Yoddhas and the Indian Army. The sacrifice and valor of all those valiant martyrs have not only fulfilled the dreams and aspirations of millions of people by creating a new nation, but has also secured an epic military victory that echoes throughout the history. I extend a heartfelt thanks to our distinguished guests from Bangladesh and as also our war veterans, whose presence has added significant meaning to this year's celebration. On this momentous occasion, I also extend warm greetings and felicitations to all ranks, civilians and families of Eastern Command. A special acknowledgement goes to all our friends from the media fraternity for your valuable contributions during 71 war as also all through last 52 years. You all are familiar and aware of how the war started on 3rd December of 1971. Thereafter, the Indian Armed Forces, in a synergized manner, heavily supported by the Mukti Yoddhas, brought the battle to an end within 14 days, which led to surrender of more than 93,000 Pakistani soldiers. This victory in battle not only created a new nation, Bangladesh, it changed the geopolitics of South Asia. Eastern Command, as you are aware, was at the forefront of 1971 war. Hence, Vijay Divas occupies a special place of pride in the history of the command. This year, we have the privilege of hosting 71 members of Bangladesh delegation, comprising of Mukti Yoddhas, serving officers and their families. The presence of 30 distinguished Mukti Yoddhas is special mention as it has added more value to the celebrations and has made it more significant for us. No wars are same, or no conflicts can be termed as similar. Everything has its own challenges, own sort of parameters or rules and conditions are there which are need to be followed. So at that point of time in 1971, it was in our interest to finish off the war at the earliest because of certain other developments which were taking place in the geopolitical domain. And it also, the agony of going through the process of war right from March 1971, when there was a crackdown on the Bangladeshi population and there was a huge influx of refugees to our country. So that prolonged the sufferings of the people. So there was a definite need to put an end to the battle at the earliest. And also that was facilitated by the support that the Indian Armed Forces got from the Mukti Yoddhas, because they launched guerrilla warfare, because of which the mix of both the offensive by the Indian Armed Forces and the guerrilla warfare by the Mukti Yoddhas made life difficult for the Pakistani soldiers to survive. They were cut off at different places. So that is where, and the synergized application of Air Force, Navy, naval blockade, the Tangle airdrop which you saw. So Dhaka was surrounded at the earliest. So that's how we are able to achieve a very, very decisive victory. What's happening in Russia and Ukraine, probably Israel and Hamas and the other conflicts which we have seen, has got a different dimension and different set of conditions. We cannot equate both of them together. However, because of the certain difficulties which we have, any future conflict may or may not be long or short, that we cannot predict. But it would be in our interest to limit the future conflict to a shorter duration.
Sir, if you allow us now.
जीवित इतिहास हूँ मैं, युद्ध स्मारक हूँ मैं, युद्ध स्मारक हूँ मैं। अब हम श्रद्धांजलि समारोह की रस्म निभाने जा रहे हैं। पहली धारा में बाएं से एयर वाइस मार्शल राहुल रसी, वायु सेना मेडल, एयर ऑफिसर इंचार्ज, एडवांस हेडक्वार्टर, ईस्ट इंडिया कमांड। कमोडोर पी शशि कुमार, नेवल ऑफिसर इंचार्ज, वेस्ट बंगाल। ब्रिगेडियर आर के सिंह, स्टेशन कमांडर, कोलकाता मिलिट्री स्टेशन।
दूसरी धारा में श्री विनीत कुमार गोयल, आईपीएस पुलिस कमिश्नर, कोलकाता पुलिस।
By a certain countries or certain leaders or certain political persons, to strengthen the brotherhood that we have shared for last 50 years.
As you have rightly brought out, the birth of Bangladesh, like I mentioned yesterday also, India and Bangladesh not only have historical and geographic linkages. I think the process of birth of Bangladesh, of gaining of independence by Bangladesh, ensured that there is some sort of an emotional connect between both the countries. That is why I think we share that bond and that friendship. As we have grown, both the countries have developed post-71 in their own trajectory. Bangladesh, you all are aware, has developed economically, politically, and it has become a major power in South Asia. They have followed their own trajectory of growth, like we have followed our own trajectory of growth. And during that process, I think the bilateral relationship has improved. There may be, in any sort of relationship, there may be certain ups and downs, lows and highs. Those need to be sorted out with communication and cooperation between these two countries. I'm sure we'll be able to work out whatever issues are there and progress towards the peace and development.
Next question, please.
You all are aware of the situation that developed post the violence that broke out on 3rd of May this year. Thereafter, when we were called in to help the Manipur police and the RCAPF, we ensured law and order. So Army and Assam Rifles were called in and we tried our best in a synergized manner, working together with the state government and all other authority stakeholders. And within about 7 to 10 days, we were able to establish some semblance of, law and order situation was brought under control. Thereafter, there has been certain sporadic incidents which have led to certain escalations at times, but there are a lot of dialogue which are going on at different levels. And we are also launching proactive operations in concert with the state police and the CAPF who are deployed there. And we have been able to control the violence to a large measure. But because of the large number of weapons that are available on both sides, onto the both communities, as also the instability which is there in Myanmar just across the border, has got certain implications within the situation in Manipur. There are some possibility of sporadic incidents of violence taking place, but our aim has been to control that to a large measure. And while the peace and reconciliation process is being carried out by the central government and the state governments, our focus has been on reducing the violence parameters. And you would have come to know that yesterday that long pending point of transportation of the mortal remains of the people who died during the violence, that had been carried out. They have been carried out to Surachandpur and Kankokti. And in the Kankokti, about 19 mortal remains have already been cremated. And the balance, I think, in a couple of days, they are undergoing a process. And in Surachandpur also, that burial ceremony will be held shortly. I am positive that things will improve.
Now,
তারা বিপক্ষেই আছে, পক্ষে আসে নাই কেউ, বরং তারা ঘাপটি মেরেছিল। এখন একটু মাথা উঁচু করে দাঁড়িয়েছে আমেরিকায়, যেহেতু পিছনে আছে। তো আমেরিকাও তো স্বাধীনতা যুদ্ধের বিপক্ষে ছিল। আমরা তো যুদ্ধের সময় এই যে আমাদের এখানে যে এত লোককে গণহত্যা করলো পাকিস্তান আর্মি, তারা তো এই ব্যাপারে কোনো কথাই বলে নাই। শুধু এডওয়ার্ড কেনেডি এখানে আসছিল, যে তখন সিনেটর কেনেডি, তো আসার পরে এই তো ভারতে ঘুরিয়া গেরিয়া দেখছে যে শরণার্থী শিবিরগুলো, এবং উনি গিয়ে তাদের পার্লামেন্টে এই কথাগুলো তুলেছে। তো এখন তো একই অবস্থা।
আমি একটা প্রশ্ন করতে চাই, সুনির্দিষ্টভাবে।
করেন।
বাংলাদেশে আপনি নিজেই বলছিলেন যে ভারত বিরোধিতা বেসরকারি পর্যায়ে সাধারণ মানুষের মধ্যে হচ্ছে, তাহলে এটা আপনারা তো পরপর 2 বছর বা দুবার ক্ষমতা, প্রায় টানা 10 বছর বা তৃতীয়বার ক্ষমতায় আছেন। আওয়ামী লীগ যেহেতু বরাবরই ভারতের সঙ্গে তার সম্পর্ক ইতিবাচক সম্পর্ক থাকে, কোথাও গিয়ে আপনাদের সরকারিভাবে বা শাসক দল হিসেবে আপনাদের কাঁধে দায় বর্তায় না? এই ভারত বিরোধিতা কেন প্রাতিষ্ঠানিক চেহারা নিচ্ছে?
না, আমি তো বলবো যে সরকারি দলের যে ধরনের ভূমিকা নেওয়া উচিত ছিল, সেই ধরনের ভূমিকা ওনারা নিতে পারে নাই, নতুবা এরা মাথা চারা দিয়ে উঠতে পারতো না এইভাবে।
যে কারণে সাম্প্রদায়িক সম্প্রীতি বিনষ্ট হচ্ছে, এই ব্যাপারে আপনি কি বক্তব্য?
সাম্প্রদায়িক সম্প্রীতি বিনষ্ট হচ্ছে, এই যে স্বাধীনতা বিরোধী যে একটা চক্র আছে, এরাই তো উস্কে দেয় না। এরপরেই
We are very clear about our own territory and what is the area which is occupied by our adversary, that is China, whether it is Tibet or Xinjiang regions. So renaming of any of the region which is under their occupation is not going to impact our preparation for safeguarding our interest or safeguarding our national integrity and territorial integrity.
Sir, this side, what is the present situation in the northeast, especially in Manipur, which has witnessed some months of turbulence?
वो सिर्फ याद की भाषा और यह व्यक्त करता है समर्पण की अक्षर। आप किसी भी धर्म के हो, किसी भी संप्रदाय के, हर धर्म का मौलिक उद्देश्य अपनी मातृभूमि पर सब कुछ न्यौछावर करने को प्रेरित करता है, और यही क्या भारतीय सैनिकों ने 1971 की लड़ाई में।
आइए इसी पवित्रता और समर्पण भाव से हम सब मिलकर उन शहीदों
The relationship, the impact on relationship what you asked about is concerned. I'm not going to put a comment on that. But what I would like to state is that as far as our own national interest is concerned, our territorial integrity is concerned, we are fully prepared and we have situation under control in the transition areas and the border areas.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
আগে তো আমরা ওইখানে আগে ওইখানে উঠে মালা দিত ছিল
ড্রোন উঠছে,
মোবাইলটা দিতে সেলফি
ড্রোন উঠছে।
I request all the esteemed guests to please be seated.
Issues, which are lot of legacy issues, you know, that thing between two communities, that's going to take some time. It's very difficult to put a time limit to that.
দেখা যায় লাগিয়ে